What we're going to do now, we first install RASA into our local system. I used Windows as my operating system. If you are Mac user and Ubuntu user, then I will be providing some links in the resources section, so you can refer those links and download RASA into your local. First, let's create a environment. Virtual env. What doing right here is that my all Python dependencies are putting in that environment, and it's loading my packages into this directory. Yep, it's build my environment. Now I'm launching my virtual Visual Studio Code for coding part. This is the directory in which we are building all our code. If I do pwd, then it is in D directory, and there is a folder named chatbot. Let's first check what are the packages that I have in my local environment. These were some packages that I have in my virtual environment. Now let's get started to download the RASA. So here is the documentation of RASA. You will find all the command line tools, and we are in the RASA documentation right now. You will see all the command that you can refer and use to install RASA into your local system. First, let's check what are the Python version, because RASA needs Python 3.6 and 3.7 or 3.8 for run. First, check what are my Python version. So it's 3.7, that's fine. Now let's check my pip version. It's 20.3.3. This is the command that you can use to upgrade your pip or install your pip. If you are Ubuntu user, then copy this command. If you are Mac user, then use this one, and if you are Windows user, use this command. It says requirement already satisfied, so we don't need to install it one more time. Now let's create, so because we are using Anaconda Navigator, we don't need to create a virtual environment because we are using a virtual environment. That's it. Okay. Now simply we can install RASA through this command, pip install RASA. Yes. It take a little time for downloading in your system because I installed RASA in some another environment, which is my base environment. So it says that collecting these files from cache, but in your case it will be downloading from the server. So it take a little bit time in yours. I think RASA is installed completely. If you want to check that it installed in my local or not, then simply write RASA. It will pop up a window for you. So I think it's working. I'm pressing Ctrl C for getting outside of this window. Or you can simply say RASA -- help. If it's showing you this output, that means you install the RASA completely. If you check out the version of RASA, then you use this command. rasa dash dash version. You are using 2.2.1 version. You are using rasa sdk version which is 2.2.0, and rasa x you have to install separately, and python version is this. Okay, now let's go back to the documentation and see what documentation gives to us. Okay, I told before that while installing the RASA or building your chatbot, you have to install some more dependencies, which is SPACY. For installing the SPACY in your local system, you run these three commands. First, it will install your SPACY library in your local system. So I installed previously, so it's showing me that requirement already satisfied. This command is used for installing SPACY model into your local system, because backend SPACY uses Encore Web MD model for doing natural language processing tasks. There are three types of model. First one is small model, second one is your medium model, and third one is your large model. If you want to install medium model, then you can add a prefix sm to it. If you want to install large model, then you can simply add prefix lg to it. I'm using medium because it didn't take too much time for loading MD, and for our purpose, for just building the chatbot, it will help a lot. The SPACY model is now downloaded into your local file. So what we did until now, that so this is the operating system that you have. In your operating system, one place is used for the RASA framework, and one thing that you install for SPACY. But these two things were not linked to each other right now. They were placed in your operating system independent to each other. For linking these two things, we have to run this command. Or you can say that your SPACY model is linked to an our English model, and it will say that link en is already exist because I have been in my previous environment, so that's why it's showing up this thing. Okay, what's up next? Okay. We right now we are in just initial phase, so we don't need dependencies of mighty.